Mic check. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 psycho who throws a dick around, bound to go 3 plat.
Or was it Universal? Yeah,
We did
Universal is Harry Potter,
and
right?
like Harry Potter.
Yeah, did you guys do any other theme parks?
No, we walked around Icon Park when we first got here, and we went to this buffet that was...
We walked by like 20 restaurants, and we looked at the menus like, what about this? No. And it's like, let's go. Okay, we'll go back to the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet.
Yeah, it's like Hood Disney.
Yeah, it was definitely Hood Disney. He was joking around. He's like, man, if we had kids, he's like, I'd take them here and be like, well, this is Disney World.
Yeah, you could get away with it.
When we were leaving the Ratatouille ride, and I got a Ratatouille shirt. I had to, the French lady who was working there selling the merch, she was like, her name was Elsa. I was like, I'd bring my kid and be like, well, that's Elsa. Because one of the longest rides there at Epcot was just to meet Anna and Elsa yesterday.
Yeah.
So that was cute.
I couldn't imagine even bringing a kid to a theme park. Like, that's a whole ordeal in itself.
Yeah, I saw a lady like handcuffed to like a kid's harness. And when I was a kid, I was like, these people are crazy. And I'm like, that's exactly what I would do.
But the people who are bringing 3 kids to Epcot that can't even walk, that are just in a stroller, they can't walk, they can't ride rides.
Is that for them?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You spent $200 for them to be here, almost.
I've seen people there with babies.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah,
That's legitimately insane. You're going to get your baby, scared and possibly sick.
Definitely sick and scared.
Waiting for lines. There's all these tiny rooms with 200 people, and it was like, I'm getting sick. This is worse than a plane, but whatever.
It is. The crowds get nasty there some days. It's like, I don't know how they pack so many people in there.
The people are mostly in a good mood. There was one guy who almost knocked this lady over by cutting her off with a stroller.
Oh my God,
do you
to
remember
watch the fireworks. Yeah, he had a double wide stroller with 2 stupid kids in it. And he pushed up and hit this lady
in the shins, and she almost fell
shins,
over.
and
he would just
didn't
look
say
back at her
sorry.
"Oh."
And then he got where he wanted to be on the bridge.
And he looked so proud of himself. He's like, I got my little spot.
All I wanted to do was fist bump and be like, got your spot though, right?
That's crazy.
I don't know. It's even at Disney World, I had to keep being don't be an asshole, don't pick a fight, don't pick a fight.
Most people were very nice
Most
and
people
very
were very
patient.
nice. Yeah.
And it was fine.
Yeah, I feel like once you have a kid, you get a little bit of privilege in the world somehow. It's automatic. You ever go to work and it's always the people with kids that get more time off?
Yeah, so they get to go home earlier. They always have Sundays off or whatever.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I work at a corporation, if you don't have kids and you're taking time off, they're like, what for what? That's my husband.
Yeah. I was about to say, what is John doing?
In the rental car.
No, you can hear him pulling it.
That's awesome.
I hear him I'll be just hanging out at home, and then I'll hear from down the street, a mile away. I'm like, oh, he's on his way, and then he gets there 5 minutes later.
I love that. That's so sweet.
So,
no, yeah, and corporations. We don't need to talk about that.
Corporate. No, I'm I definitely have lied before at certain jobs where I'm like, yeah, my kids. I gotta go pick my kids up, and they're like, you have kids? I'm like, yeah. And just I need to get home early, and they'll say yes.
I want to test that out before I can do comedy full time, because I'm looking for another job. I'm like, I'm gonna bring in a fake portrait of a family. Just Photoshop myself in with them.
You already have the husband privilege because you can at least, it's oh, my husband's in the hospital.
Yeah.
My husband needs a ride. Sounds so much more valid than, hey, my boyfriend, he's stuck at the house.
Knowing how stupid I am, though, I'd probably slip up and be like, oh, yeah, I ain't got no kids.
You're like, me? Fuck no.
Yeah. What, do you guys do, corporate, have you worked for corporations?
I've worked for a lot of, little, independent restaurants in Houston for before I just kind of quit all that to do mostly comedy, and I prefer not to work for a corporation. I like to know Who I working for personally?
I worked for like a Italian restaurant. It was not a chain. It was just one, crazy Italian man that ran it. And I preferred working at the mall for like a large corporation because they have like mandated breaks and stuff. And I never got a break at the restaurant because like there's no like chain guidelines or whatever. They're just going to work you for like a 9-hour shift without stopping.
He worked for Express for like how long?
I told him
Hello?
I'm filming.
Yeah. Express is my longest I was ever working for one thing. But I worked at a restaurant and then the mall and then like for schools and universities.
Yeah.
On and off. And then piano, which that's my preferred. That's the easiest thing to do.
Did you do like teaching or?
Yeah, I was a grad assistant at one point, and I was a substitute teacher at a few different schools. I worked for Cy-Fair ISD, which is like a suburban district, Northwest Houston, and then I worked 1 year for a private school as a substitute, a little private middle school, and that was super easy, but they didn't need me that much, so that wasn't ideal. And they didn't invite me back this year. I don't know. Maybe they Googled me at some point.
Oh yeah.
But that was the plan before the comedy stuff picked up, was just substitute teach and teach piano, and then hopefully I would get more students. That's why I wanted to go to a private school, is because there'd be more people who actually have money for piano lessons.
Yeah. And right, like you have a plan because you don't know how things aren't gonna unfold, and then they unfold the way they do, and you're like, oh.
Yeah,
well.
it's like, well, I guess. Yeah, when I first started, I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that minute, because then I was like, I'm gonna do stuff eventually that's gonna make people not want to hire me at a middle school. Yeah. So whatever.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, that's why I was like, because my episode came out and I got a call from a manager because somebody reported me. In another state.
In another state?
Not even someone I know.
Someone trying to dox you?
Yeah. And she was like, well, so we spoke with HR and all the directors in the company had to watch it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
They're like, everyone come in. This meeting is to watch.
I imagine is like, they take the big screen and they're just playing. They got all the managers.
At least everyone looking up individual on their phone get views on.
Yeah. But it's like, I was like, so somebody fucking reported me and they were like, well, we can't fire you, but we can if you're making money. And I was like, wait, what? And they were like, are you making an income? I'm like, definitely not, first of all. But yeah, they I guess tried to get me fired because I said something racist and somebody didn't like it. So.
Did you say your job on Kill Tony?
I did.
Okay, so that you made it easy for it.
Yeah, no, it was totally my fault because they asked me what I do for a living, and I'm just I respond the way I respond to anybody.
Exactly.
And I was like, it's there. It's out. Yeah, but I mean, it was pretty funny because I'm like, it's pretty funny that all of them saw me do that, all the upper management. And I'm like, now they almost can't fire me. I'm like almost invincible.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons like why I really did feel okay with like not. I used to kind of work in schools and like teach like ancillary art classes during the day with like a separate company and do like a bunch of little gig work like that and work in restaurants. And like I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. And so I'm just going to try and be my own boss because I'm not gonna fire me. So yeah, and it's been fun. I did this show in a lesbian bar in Houston.
She got canceled.
I did not get canceled, but kind of like.
Oh, that day was so funny.
This day was so funny in our relationship. But like, I had been booked twice for this like burlesque and comedy show, like for brunch during the day on a Sunday at this like I'm not going to say it, but this lesbian bar in Houston. And I did the same set twice. The first weekend, they loved me. I did like 25 minutes and like they loved every bit of me. They invited me back second time. I did not change a word of my set. I was like, we're going to do the same thing. It worked last week. Let's do it again. And they had a problem with it. And like apparently the owner and some other people, but everyone was laughing. I come up and said that I had a transphobic joke and that I shouldn't talk about rape. So lackadaisical
I had-
or whatever. And so I'm there. Colin's left because he
Yeah, I
can't
brought
handle
her,
a
and I
burlesque
was like,
show.
I was like, you wanted me to watch. I could tell. You,
Yeah,
you
I
wanted me
was
to
like,
stay.
please stay.
And like I go, and there's this one lady. She's just like taking off a glove, and everyone's like screaming, and it's really small and indoors. And I was like, I can't be here from. And like I was like, how much longer before you go up? And she's like, an hour. And I'm like, okay, I have to go home. I'm sorry, I can't do this. And so I go home and take an edible and start playing Rocket League, because that's what I do when she's not there. And I just check my phone like an hour later, because I had it in the next room to charge it, and it was like 2 missed calls. And then when I called you back, you just answered and said like, they didn't like my rape joke.
Crying.
I was like, oh no.
So perturbed. I was there, like, so my mom was there, and then my two friends, Leo and Jackson, who are just like insane characters.
Jackson's been on the show.
And
recently.
Jackson's been on the show, and they were the perfect people to have around because, like, Jackson was like, man, they don't fucking get you. Like, it's fine. And Leo's like, well, Tommy, if you know, you can't win them all. You're kind of the most liberal comic of everybody. So, you know, this doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm like, and my mom's just like, okay, you want to ride home? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to
Colin
pick her up, and
crying.
I.
That's very
was
funny.
like, I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
and
I'm in
apparently now my like friend told my like very good friend who has no connection in the comedy scene calls me. She's like, so I heard you're banned from that bar. I was like, you fucking
got
bitch.
that far.
You fucking bitch. So,
Yeah.
that's why I'm not a lesbian.
I'm not banned from that bar, so maybe I could do some time.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure they'll love you.
Make sure you do 2 rape jokes.
Yeah, that's a problem. I didn't do enough.
Yeah. Have you ever had anything happen like that?
No.
No. Yeah.
And kind of. He had this one time where he headlined in Denver and or in Golden, Colorado, and this like
I've had people
woman-
not like me.
That's we all do.
That's a given.
vocally
Denver
loudly.
and Lafayette were the two where there were people in the crowd who
But
were
the
not
people in
happy with
Lafayette,
me.
they still like this woman in Denver. She's sitting with her husband, like kind of in front of me, and Colin is saying his joke about a duck's
I have a
vagina.
joke about duck pussy or something. I don't even do it anymore.
And so this lady's like,
I'll bring it back.
he
though.
doesn't know what he's talking about. You did. And
She was just like duck pussy or something. Like she was
she's
just upset at the
yelling
concept.
him. And Colin doesn't realize what's going on. And then like this old fat lady in the front row is like, will you shut up to the other lady? And
I
it
didn't
turns out
even-
it was the landlord and his date.
It was the owner, not of the club we were in, but like the
Like
building
the
that the
space.
club was in.
Oh.
And so that was pretty funny. He didn't even realize.
Yeah.
And like he had to have another woman stick up for him in that moment.
And I was like, oh, and I feel like a lot of people would have been like, yeah, get the fuck, because they want to have like their moment. But I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
oh, okay, bye, thank you. And then it just kept going. Oh.
Yeah.
That was like the second time I'd ever done half an hour, so it was not ideal. And then all of a sudden, my jokes started doing better because I didn't realize that she was distracting people.
Mm.
He thought he was like, I'm bombing.
It's like,
out
wow,
you."
they don't be feeling me here in Denver or Golden or whatever. And then Lafayette, we did a show called The Darkest Hour, which you're supposed to do your most upsetting jokes. And I took the assignment seriously. And some of the ladies found my jokes to be fat phobic just because they were fat phobic.
No, because they were fat. Or they were fat and the jokes were fat phobic.
Yes. So I was like, hey, this is part of it. I
But
was
then
like,
afterwards,
I
they were
didn't
like,
change
"Can I
a
take a
single
picture
joke.
with you? You're
Yeah,
so
they were like, y'all are
funny."
so funny. I'm sorry we interrupted.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
she was like, oh no, you're so good. And then we're like, those fucking bitches.
I
Yeah.
love that shit.
No, I haven't. I mean, the most time I've done at like a show is like 15. I'm doing my first 20 this coming Friday, but it's I haven't had anybody outwardly be like, "You're disgusting," even though I can see it in their faces sometimes.
What's worse is getting like that. You're doing great.
Oh,
Have you
God,
ever
yeah.
The supportive.
Oh,
Keep
God.
going. You're like, I know what I am actively aware
like
of what
worse
is
than
going on.
silence.
That's what I told some lady that we were in Austin. It was like on Halloween. I was dressed as fucking pregnant Juno, and everyone thought I was actually pregnant. I was like, this sucks. Everyone thinks I'm fat and not fuckable. I was like, I'm not. And so this lady's like, you're doing great. And I was like, that's worse. And I was like, can you leave? I was like, I won't keep going until you leave. She's like, no.
She got pickpocketed as a pregnant lady on 6th Street.
What the fuck?
The first night we moved to Austin.
Yes, the first time we moved to Austin, we had just gotten back from Honduras. Fine. Raw dog in New York. All right. Detroit. All right. Spent 5 hours in Austin. I'm dressed as a pregnant woman. My phone was sticking out of my pocket, and we were leaving an open mic, going to the car, and then it wasn't there when we got to the car. And he starts tracking it. I put it in lost mode from his phone with his phone number attached, and then some like random man comes down from one of the apartments above the bars off 6th Street, like out of the blue, black shirtless man, and he's like, gives me my phone back. Colin gives him $40, and he looks at me and goes, "Eyes open next time. Eyes open." Like he jacked it from me and then gave it back to me as a pregnant woman.
I'm not sure what happened that night.
I don't know what happened there and how that man got my phone.
Yeah, it was like we walked by some people. There was some chaos, but I never saw like a large shirtless crackhead bump into us or anything because I remember that. But he's the one that has the phone, so we don't know what happened.
Sleight of hand.
Insane. That's I remember walking down the street being like, the statistics do say that pregnant women are assaulted.
Yeah, and I had taken an edible, and so I was like, I have like 10 minutes of like functioning, capacity before the phone's gone forever. It felt like Taken, where they say like, if your daughter's gone for 72 hours, she's gone forever or something. That's how.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But we got it back. It was a brand new phone. That's why I was freaking out.
Oh yeah,
And she just dropped it on the
that
floor.
would be terrible. Because especially since I financed my phone, so I'm like, damn, I gotta pay that bitch off just to get
Again,
another one.
yes.
Same, I would too.
I was about to lose it.
I looked at my cracked ass phone bill the other day because I was like, I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like, I'm not a new phone guy anymore. I don't need to have the newest technology. I just need to be able to call people, message people, and do my thing. And I'm just like. But it's almost like they get to a point to where like they make them so easily destructible that I'm almost ready to give up iPhones because they're such a shitty.
My mom loves her Android.
Yeah.
She loves it.
I
love
used to have a
iPhone.
Huawei that ran on Android.
What is that?
It's like the Chinese phone brand.
Really? I never heard of it. Oh.
I just switched to it because they had the headphone jack for longer than iPhone. When iPhones discontinued the headphone jack, I was like, I'll just get a Huawei. And people were like, the Chinese are going to be spying on you. I was like,
Well, it's better than the
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I have nothing to hide from China.
Yeah, really. I mean, all of our information is gone already, so it's not like it
Yeah,
matters.
if they want it, they got it.
Oh, I saw you guys' eyes light up when I said conspiracy, so I wanted to ask, what's your favorite conspiracy?
There you
Ooh.
go.
Oh, my favorite one? I don't know. I do like the Katy Perry is actually Jean Bonnet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good, I think, popular one. Let me think about that.
I don't care for the one where people say Avril Lavigne isn't Avril Lavigne anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't like that one either.
She's still.
Have you heard
it's
that?
her.
It's-
Someone said that they.
Someone says that Avril Lavigne is died and they replaced her with a body double of Avril Lavigne.
And that
because
was
she's
around.
Not, she's
that
not
rumor
old
was
Avril
around
Lavigne
before.
anymore.
Now they have that for everyone. It's like Donald Trump died, Joe Biden died.
Yeah, but she
everyone's
was, the
died and they've
first
been
ones,
replaced.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's right now, my favorite conspiracy theory is local to Houston. They there's a big bayou that runs directly through Houston, in through downtown, all the way out to the port. And there's bike trails on either side of it. And they're not super well lit or safe, but lots of people still use them. And they've found 16 bodies in the bayou within the last I'm gonna be generous, year. I think it's even months or something like that. And a lot of people are saying that it's just people falling and safety concerns and crime and whatever, while a lot of other people are saying that it's a serial killer. And
I've been accused.
no, you have not been accused.
Yes, I have.
And,
That's crazy.
you have not been accused. You got accused of being the Donald Trump shooter.
Oh yeah, well that one was a joke. I like to think they're all jokes.
And the Charlie Kirk shooter.
Yeah, people are like, yo, you look like the guy who shot Charlie Kirk. I'm like, I look less like him than I do most just mass shooters.
Yeah, but so I think like when I taught, like one of my friends posted this long thing where she was like, where they were like, um, it's not a serial killer. It's lots of people I know have died and fallen in and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, then that's worse than a serial killer. That's a lot of problem. That's like a
Yeah.
systemic problem we can't fix. Like at least a serial killer we can find out. But I like that one right now. That's
They're making like this sort of low budget movie about like a Texas comedy scene where someone just starts killing people, like a
someone in
comedian
Houston
serial killer, and it's just weird. It's just weird timing because they keep finding bodies like in the river or something in the movie script.
Yeah, somebody's doing what do they call it when they're training for a role?
Oh,
method acting.
Yeah,
method acting.
I was gonna say like guerrilla marketing or
Dude,
something.
no.
That would be crazy.
There's a flyer in every body.
Yeah, in the back pocket.
What is
Don't
this?
forget to
This
visit the
gauntlet cover.
GoFundMe.
Coming out 2026.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
What's yours?
Oh, mine are schizophrenic. I think there's a whole other land past Antarctica. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of theories about it because all the nations in the world have a treaty. I don't know if you guys know that for Antarctica, where like nobody's supposed to be able to claim the land, and they have all the scientists out there from different nations. So you guys know Middle Earth theory, right? Yeah. So like that's my favorite one because I'm like I've always like because there was that guy, that kid, that 17-year-old kid from I think he was from maybe China, but he flew his personal plane to Antarctica and they stopped him. And they made him like come down. They arrested him, and it took him like a whole week to get released. And they told me he had to fly back home. You can't. Nobody's allowed to fucking see that shit. So I'm like, there has to be there's something.
There's that one too of like I can't remember, but those hikers that disappeared on the side of the mountain in like Russia by the like military camp or whatever, and they like showed signs of them like a fucking monster where their like clothes were still there but they were gone and their shoes were there like kind of stepped and then there was nothing and that
like they disappeared.
like they disappeared.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying.
I used to do a lot of drugs. Like during COVID, I like did acid every day and ketamine like every day. And so there were some days like I've seen like the Matrix behind the wall and like
Yeah.
I'm like that veil is real thin. But the farther I get from that time, I'm like you crazy son of a bitch, you're insane. But I don't know. I feel like I saw some weird things.
No, I mean
when I
like
was on
there's
acid like that.
there's got to be like I think about it sometimes because I'm not religious, but I believe in like God,
Yeah.
like something, and it is interesting to wonder if drugs were put here for a reason, so we could see some other, not all drugs. Let's be honest.
No, you're not all drugs. One of the crazy things about that is like the similarities that everyone sees when they do drugs, that it is pretty much always like the same report of feeling and visuals and and it doesn't affect everyone
about the
in like
Hat
drastically
Man?
different ways. Like whenever you take too much cough syrup.
Yeah. And like lots of different people independently report.
what?
seeing
I've never
the
heard
Hat
of
Man.
this.
You've never heard of the Hat Man?
No.
So we're from Houston. No, I'm kidding.
No, I know about
There's some drink involved, but no, like
It's like if you take
it's
too much
very common.
Benadryl
When you
or
take too much
something.
Benadryl or like cough syrup, you see this like creepy hat man in the dark. I've seen him.
Is it like Slender Man?
No,
It's just like a silhouette with a hat, and people think
silhouette.
it's the devil or something.
No, I mean, like, it's just, you're, like, fucked up and you, like, think that there's another person there and your brain creates, like, a silhouette, I think. And that's very common.
But a lot of people
Yeah.
see it the same.
But a lot of
thing.
people see
Yeah.
the same.
That's crazy.
Same with, like, DMT and the little time elves, time machine elves.
I've never
Machine
done
elves.
any. I did like ketamine therapy, like IV ketamine therapy, like
Yeah.
3 times.
Medicated ketamine.
Yeah, and that was when I was like just having a. That's the same time I started doing stand up again because I was just having a existential crisis and shit, and it just felt like I was like in a hot dog machine, just sort of turning over, just or like rolling down a hill, And my first two were just sort of, I just felt nauseous and tired, just felt like normal anesthesia. And then the third one, it was like the most despair I've ever felt, like concentrated into an hour. And I remember like just looking at the ceiling being like, I'm going to go home and kill myself. And like, I was like afraid to like leave. And
Yeah.
I like, some people do it with therapy, like with a hypnotherapist with them. But I just had like the anesthesiologist, and I was just like crying and like talking about like what a horrible person I am or something like
To
that.
the anesthesiologist.
Yes, and he's like, whether this is a feeling you have. He was like, please, just, I don't know what to say, man. I felt so bad for him
at the same time.
and I was like, I don't know, I think I might be the worst person on earth. He's like, no. Then my friend came in with like his breakfast tacos, and I like more liquid had left my eyes than I knew was in my body. There was just like a trail of like tears, not so
That's what they're called,
from
honey.
here to like
There's a bunch of idiots.
like the floor. And my friend Ron was like, so we good to go home? And I was like, I think I'll be okay. Then I cried like 20 more times in the next day or
God
two.
damn.
It was very, and then my friends were like,
that's so exhausting.
careful about ketamine because you can get addicted. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to get addicted.
Yeah, jeez. I haven't done much. I've only done mushrooms and cocaine and weed.
Hell yeah.
But mushrooms, I did my share.
Yeah. I also.
I mean, not share. I didn't do it a lot. I just had one bad trip, and I was like, all right, I think mushrooms taught me what I needed them to teach me.
Yeah.
I don't need to do them anymore.
I stopped doing a bunch of drugs. They're all fake now. Like, I tried to do these mushrooms that were like in a chocolate bar that my friend gave me, and like I ate them and had the worst trip of my life. And I was like, these are not. I can tell. I've done my own best fucking drug test, bro. I'm like, these are not what it is.
Remember, we had a neighbor. I was just like walking over feeding my neighbor's dog, and one of my neighbors just had like some kind of
He had a psychosis break, like hard.
yeah, and she knew exactly what was going on with him. It was like, he's being weird, but she was like, I'll tell you exactly what happened with him. It's like, he thinks he's on psilocybin. He is not. He's on some other shit.
The impression.
Yeah, he was talking about
impression is good.
like I have ChatGPT. I made ChatGPT a god, and I can use ChatGPT. And I was like,
Oh
you're
no!
like,
but you know, a lot of people have been saying that. And I'm
I
like,
Yeah.
know.
This is terrifying. How many people are
And we
falling
saw
for
it
that.
in like real life. It was
Yeah.
insane. Can't.
I think it's like it's just crazy people now have ChatGPT. I don't think it's really that.
Yeah, they've
really
already had.
Yeah.
But
that
now
issue.
they have some. Now all these crazy people.
They
when
have like validation.
Yeah,
they have
it's
a
just-
buddy
yeah,
to
yeah,
bounce their
yeah.
ideas
They've
off of.
never been able to share that with anyone.
Yeah.
And now they're getting.
And
some
ChatGPT is
kind
always
of,
like, that's a good point. No, it's
I
not.
could be like,
It's not a good point.
ChatGPT, I'm thinking about cutting my leg off, but how do I do it sexily? And it's like, you go, girl. First, get the knife out of the drawer. Thanks for asking. But then it also doesn't answer your question fully. It's like, get the knife out of the drawer, cut your leg off. And it's like, do you want me to put out a step-by-step guide on how to actually cut your leg off? And I'm like, what the fuck is your what is your job?
ChatGPT is like the ultimate improv partner. Like, yes, and
It's giving you nothing.
Yeah, I use it for reel covers just
Yeah.
to make them real
Oh, that's
quick, and
good.
I'm just like,
That is
give me a
good.
9:16 ratio reel cover of something,
This.
and it'll just make it for me. And I'm like, no, you didn't do it right. I'll
Yeah,
start
like,
yelling at it.
some people have been like accusing other people of using ChatGPT to write jokes, and I was like, I don't think ChatGPT is capable.
Oh, I
of,
saw some people in the Houston scene going about it. And I don't know what's satire and what's not in the
saying
comments.
that they use it or
that
accusing
they
other
use
people.
it.
Of,
Both of them.
Well, yeah, if they do, it's not going to be good.
It's not gonna be
You're not going to make it very far.
Well, that's the thing.
I
If you
use
ask
it to-
ChatGPT, like, what do you think of this joke? ChatGPT's like, that's a great joke.
Yeah,
like, no matter
yeah.
what it is.
No matter what it is. I use it to like when we travel a lot, being like, give me things that are around this area to do, and then like I'll write a bunch of stuff and like I'll put it back in and be like, no, like make me an itinerary. And
Yeah.
usually it'll be pretty accurate when it'll tell me like when I need to leave this place to go to here and when to check in, and so like I feel like it's good for that kind of
No,
stuff. But I have
yeah,
to be
it's
like really
helpful.
fucking specific. I asked for festivals in Orlando or something like that this week, and it was like, here's a puppet festival, and I was like, oh shit. And I was like, that's my fucking jam. And I look, and it's like from 15 years ago on this website that's dead.
Yeah,
and like
it'll
HTML.
find, like, any
I'm like,
information.
what
Mhm.
the? Now you're getting me mad.
It's just
Yeah.
telling you what you want to hear, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It knows.
Yeah, it's very unhealthy for us because we all have egos.
I think there's something you
Yeah.
can do. You can ask ChatGPT, like, what kind of person do you think I am based on, like,
Yeah.
the things I've...
Oh, I've asked it that.
I've done it
Yeah.
before.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, you're the best person in the world.
It was like, you're really caring and introspective. However, I think on the outside you're loud and did it. And I was like, bitch.
Yeah, I recall its read on me was pretty good.
Yeah.
One time I asked it if Colin Sledge had a girlfriend.
Oh, that was so
Had a
fun.
boyfriend, no, had a girlfriend, and it said, "There's no evidence that it like confirms or denies that he has a girlfriend, but it does say his wife got deported to Mexico."
it says,
because he
yeah,
has a joke
his girl-
about that.
So it, like, read my Instagram
That's
reel that I
funny.
posted at some point. And another one, she asked, like, ChatGPT, is Colin Sledge gay? And
Oh, yeah,
ChatGPT
that's
said something like, Colin has been quoted as saying, I ain't gay. Because in one of my jokes, I go, I ain't gay. ChatGPT's like, he's not gay. You heard it here first.
So if you want ChatGPT to say anything right, you have to say it on a public
Yeah.
platform.
Just
That was a
once.
weird feeling. Is just the fact that ChatGPT knows anything about me.
Yeah.
Like, as a public persona.
Faye said she looked up on her this girl in Houston was like, who are the top rising female comedians in Houston? And she texted me, she's like, ChatGPT said your name. And I'm like, it's probably because I've been like, Timely Rain is a female dog. Please fix my bio for grammatical error.
I need to do that on a schedule to start typing my name
Yeah,
into
just-
Google. Get all
yeah.
the searches. Well, probably won't work though. I'm sure it uses the IP addresses. Damn it.
I've been accused of saying Google me too readily. But in my defense, that's because it's hard to find me on Instagram if you don't spell my name precisely right with an R and it's like in between everything. But if you just Google me, my Instagram comes up.
Yeah. It
No
is
matter how
easier
you
that
spell
way.
it.
He got recognized at Universal
Oh, yeah.
by
Oh, you did?
somebody that
Wow.
Yeah, I was
worked
like, if I
there.
get recognized, it's gonna be by like some dad who doesn't even want to be there, and I'm just gonna be the best part of the day. It's like, yeah, I had to walk around with a backpack on all day, but I got to see that guy from Kill Tony. But no, it was just
It was this like curly headed, like nerdy cute kid
It was
that
a
was
very
like
cute
working
kid.
at the Hogwarts Express, and he
with
was
like,
like
nose
the,
piercings.
Yeah, and he was just like kind of sitting there, and he goes, "Are you Colin Sledge?" He was
Because
like,
I was wearing the shirt that I was
he
wearing
was like,
the
"I'm
last
not
time I
even
was on the
supposed
show.
to." What do you say?
Like,
He's
I'm
like,
not supposed to talk to people, but
He's like, I'm not supposed to talk to you, but it's really good to meet you. I was joking. I'm like, how we go to Universal? They ask you for a picture.
That's cool though.
Yeah, that was cool.
I've noticed that like sometimes I feel like because I'm early in like a lot of the things I'm going through outside of being on stage is a lot of like training.
Yes.
Because like I always have like not always but like you'll have people come up to you after shows and like they'll recognize me from Kill Tony and first of all I'm just like that's not what I want people to see first. But at the same time I'm noticing that like I have a really hard time after shows like giving people energy because I'm a very like even though I'm outgoing on stage and outgoing when I get to know somebody I'm very like in a shell so off stage I'm just like I don't know how to respond to people so I just feel like people think I'm a fucking bitch. I'm
That'll
like,
get you far though.
I think I'm gonna have a hard time dealing with that like after show like how do you guys feel about that? Do you guys have a hard time like
He has a very hard time, and I
Yeah.
am his social lubricant.
What do you mean? I don't have. I'm nice.
No, you are very nice, but you're always like, Timely, come on, we have to go talk to
I
people.
don't wanna go.
We just started making merch for him when we traveled, and he like was like, Timely, I don't think I could sell my merch. I need your help.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's different. It's just being like, hi, can I have your money? You want a sticker for money? I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
But I like people saying you're funny, and I go, thanks. That's good. That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, he literally just goes, oh, thanks.
No,
and then he
very
turns to me and he like
That's
is smiling ear to ear.
Yeah. I do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
but
a-
it's a lot.
It always makes me feel awkward. I'm always like, oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah, I do. I feel
cool,
awkward, yeah.
Bye.
I did a tournament last year, the funniest person in Houston, and at the end of the first round, this one couple in the front like really liked me, and my friend was there, and he was like, I could introduce you to him if y'all want. And they were like, could you? And he was like, yeah, he's standing by the stairs waiting for people to compliment him. It's not like a hard, person to get in touch with.
Yeah, I won't lie. I mean, I won't lie. I do enjoy it. It's it's the best feeling when somebody tells you you're funny.
I was like seeing the kind of people too that like that come up it's all for me. It's like really bro frat boys or like cute alternative girls, and then like with him it's just like school shooter looking guys and like really
tell her
sweet
about,
like
MSG.
Yeah, and so like after the Netflix episode at Madison Square Garden, we're leaving, and Timmy No Breaks and him are coming out at the same time. A group of the most loud, obnoxious, hey, yo, Timmy No Breaks, oh my God, you want to get a picture? Like all this shit just swarm him, and I took a video of it that I have, and like he is standing off to the side, and like 4 nerds come up and are like, can I get a picture?
That's funny.
The best was like we did a weed show, and that was the first time I met Timmy No Bricks actually, and I smoked some of what she was smoking, and it was not like the stuff that I was used to or something, and I was hitting it really hard, and then like 5 minutes later I was like sitting down and like sweating all out of me, and I couldn't like stand up, and like the room was spinning and I was nauseous, and I just looked at this one guy. I don't even remember I'd seen him around, and I just looked at him and I was like, water. And he like went to the bar and got me like water, and I was like, I'm supposed to do 20 minutes in like half an hour, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And this guy comes up and he's like, do you mind if I just fanboy out for a second? And I was like, what? And he's like, I just love you on that show Kill Tony. And I was just like, I'm gonna lock in. Like,
oh wait, I remember you guys telling me this when I saw you guys Wednesday. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we can wrap it up so you guys can get to your show.
Thanks for your hospitality. You hooked us up with like shows. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I always love helping people come through because people always help me. So
this place has a great scene. Y'all
we
are
will come
awesome.
back.
And you're so funny.
It was so fun.
Oh, thank you guys. You guys too. And I really would want you guys to come. I almost want to force you come on my underground show, please.
Yeah, we will. We'll be back.
Very, very fun time.
Yay.
So I would love to have you guys. But yeah, if you guys want to shout out. This is the one official thing I do. I let people shout out let people.
Yes. You let people.
their Instagrams and upcoming shows. Yeah.
Google me. No. Collin R. Sledge. Collin has 2 L's, which I'm afraid to tell Tony because I've let it gone on too long. But when he writes my name, I can tell it has 1 L. I'm just never going to address it. Okay, your turn.
Timely Raid 420 on Instagram. Follow him on YouTube and Instagram. He posts all his shows, and if he's there, usually I'll be there. And if I'm there, he'll usually be there.
Yeah, our next big show is Mike's show, right?
Mm-hmm.
In December. Mm-hmm. But it'll be on, just follow Instagram.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
She keep working that back and about to do the shit like a forward. When she teasing what she got me good with her. When she move with it. When she working, when she got, she can't be new to it.